Alright, I need to do this workout quick because I forgot to change the battery out of my camera. So I have to go back to my car. But today's chest day, flat bench, like usual. And I remember seeing things about like flat benches and optimal incline is better. And that might be true because on incline you could get a deeper stretch. But I just prefer flat. Incline just feels too unstable for me. But 2 plates 25. I'm gonna try to get 4 to 5 reps on this. I should be able to get at least 4. But after that, it's complete gas. That felt good. This. Okay. I'm gonna be careful with this weight. I'm gonna do this leading into a drop set. I have really been thinking about going to the other gym. One, because the machines are really good, and two, because the homies have been like or are going there, and I don't know, man. It is a big commitment for me, considering I have other shit to pay, have other commitments. Because don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed that gym. It's just not within my price. Well, I can't find no reason to convince myself to pay basically 4 times what I'm paying here. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, 24 is a decent gym. If you want to get into like fitness at a higher level than just basic. Actually, Planet Fitness is actually pretty good right now too. I'm not gonna lie. Like I started in Planet Fitness, and well, no, I started at 24. I stopped going to the gym with my brother, and I wanted to go to the gym by myself, so I ended up going to Planet. And I paid out of my pocket. I paid through whatever money I made working my dad and selling chips at school. I gave the money to my mom so she could pay it through her card and stuff. And so yeah, I went to Planet for a while. It was cool. I made progress. It's not like, look, it doesn't really matter like what equipment, what gym you go to. If you don't have the drive or if you don't have the desire to get stronger, it doesn't matter what gym you go to, you're not getting stronger whatsoever. For example, the Jack Fitness, it's not the fact that he doesn't want to get stronger, it's the fact that he can't fucking eat. And he can't, within himself, he can't find a reason to want to eat more. That's why he kind of just doesn't eat. Now, you could kind of say the same thing about me. Oh, sorry. Like, you could kind of say the same thing about me when the fact that I still eat even though I want to lose weight. But honestly, it's all a mental thing, and he made progress somewhat. But if you really don't want to, like, if you really can't convince yourself to want to get stronger, then you're not going to get stronger. For me, I was able to get stronger easily because I ate a lot. I didn't really have to change my diet in order to get stronger. But in order to look better, I had to change my diet. So that's a completely different, topic. But I've really been thinking about going to that gym, man. I mean, I'm sure the content would be better. I'm sure my lifts would be a lot better, a lot more diverse. Because here, like in 24 at least, because 24 only has like limited selection of like what I would consider really good machines or really good lifts. Bench, incline bench, the seated press, the dumbbells with the benches, the squat racks, and everything else. Like the machine, I mean, you could do the bicep, maybe the leg extensions, leg curls, leg press. But other than that, I mean, everything else is kind of just filler, kind of there just for people that want to use it. There's some specialty things they have, like I think it's called the Booty Master or something. I actually kind of enjoyed that one time. But I don't know, and the more I think about it, the more I want to go to the other gym. But then I start thinking about the price again. It's I don't know. I can't find a reasonable, argument for me to go there, especially considering how out of the way it would be for me coming out of work or even going there in the afternoon because traffic is gonna be a bitch. I just can't find a reason. Whew. Yo, what's going on?
Put 3 plates in there.
Nah, I mean, I probably do, but I want to go for reps on this one. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you do 4 plates in there.
I wish. 3 plates on this? Incline's a lot harder. I really do like going for reps on this one though. I feel solid. But one more set on this. And then thinking about some like dumbbell movement. Maybe some dumbbell flies. And again, I could just go to cables for that. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go dumbbells, but I'm gonna do the close grip incline. And then on cables, I'll do the really wide flies and finish off with that. Yeah, I feel like that's a good idea. But that means this two more different movements, cardio, and then out of here. It is raining a little bit, and you know, hopefully the rain dies down by the time I get out of here. Okay. Like I said, dumbbell incline, close grip, dumbbell incline. So really trying to focus on the squeeze at the top, because there's not going to be much stretch at the bottom, because you know it's obviously going to stop at my chest. Although I could go like, honestly, I never tried that. Actually, let me try that right now. There we go. It just feels weird. All right. I look, you got me. I'm not gonna lie. Whew. Man. But let me share my macros for yesterday, actually. So they kind of go off the rails a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm pretty sure I stayed under my calories. So that's the main focus right now, is the calories. I know I should really focus on more protein, but you know, as long as I stay under my calories, that's the main goal as of right now. All right. So calories 2,740, 240 grams of carbs, 212 grams of protein, 93 grams of fat, and 63 grams of fiber. Which isn't bad, honestly. It's not bad at all. So, you know, the carbs could have been less, the protein could have been more, But the rest of, everything else is pretty good. So, I ate some overnight oats, blueberry overnight oats. Not the actual brand, but like some that my sister made. Oh no, wait, that was what my coworker gave me. Actually, it was a brand. I forgot what the name was. But for lunch, some like 400 grams of chicken, basically. Uh, 2 oranges, and my low carb tortillas. And then when I woke up, I had one Greek yogurt with blueberries and some honey. Another 10 grams of chicken, or 40 grams of chicken, 10 of it being dark meat, 110 being breast. And then 2 bananas. Damn, what I eat right there? Not exactly sure, actually. Oh, the pretzel sticks. That's what it was. A couple pretzel sticks, and then a bag of hot Cheetos, the baked ones. I know it wasn't smart to eat the hot Cheetos, but again, it was under my calories, so I feel like that's okay. The number I want to stay under is 2,800, and that's about what I ate yesterday. So, from my calculations, I might have calculated a little wrong, but even a couple hundred, like off, maybe like 100 or 200 calories off. I mean, 200 calories is kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie, but 100 isn't too bad. So, I'm still satisfied with the numbers. I do feel a little less bulky, a little more slim. Yeah, the pump is crazy right now. If it's one thing I learned is that I should really do the hard lifts first, which I know should have been common sense to me, but I don't know why I didn't do it. Flat bench and then seated dumbbell incline, which both took a lot of energy out of me, I'm not gonna lie. So the fact that first of all, the incline dumbbell, it's not much, it's not that it's heavy, it's just really like, technique focused type of lift. I'm really trying to squeeze at the top as hard as I can while going down to my chest. Sometimes I rest it on my chest, but not for too long, and then I just press it straight back up. And then for this one, it's basically the same idea, except I'm going as far down as I can, and boom, like squeezing at the top as hard as possible too. None of those two movements really need a lot of weight. They just need like really strict form. That's about it. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. So 2 more sets. This is the last movement. Cardio, and then getting the fuck out of here. Whew. Whew, that feels good. Oh, my shoulder mobility isn't the best right now, but this is actually helping with that. Obviously, I'm not going to the point where my shoulder hurts, but I am going to the point where like it starts getting a little uncomfortable, and then holding it there for a little bit. Whew, to help stretch, hopefully loosen my shoulder up for the future, and not in the way where it pop. Hopefully not. I really do not want a shoulder dislocation. I have not dislocated any bone in my body yet. And I say yet because I'm sure it's gonna happen. I hope it's not serious, but I'm sure it'll happen if I continue down the road of fucking lifting heavy ass weight. Well, I mean, as long as I keep my technique pretty good, really focus on the technique, while obviously trying to go up in weight slowly, I should be fine. Oh, yeah, my pump is starting to fade away. I think my pump peaked at the dumbbell close grip incline. So right now it's kind of just like dying off. I got one more set and then I'm done. Oh my God, I'm leaving. That was a really good chest day in my opinion. Felt solid, great pump. You got more space out there, buddies. You're good. You're chilling. Yeah, great workout. I fucking loved it. Bench felt really good, felt really strong. Although I will say, hold on, give it a second. Maybe a little longer than a second. God, okay. I will say the 3 plates did move a little slower than I would have wanted it to, but that's completely fine. It wasn't terrible at least. So, I'm satisfied. I will say the incline, I feel like I could have squeezed out a couple more reps, possibly, maybe. But that's all hypothetical. So, at the time, it felt like that was the most amount of reps I could have done. But looking back, you always think you can do more afterwards because you're already, recovered. And I remember hearing this from the homie where he says that he hates leaving the gym feeling like he could have done more. But in reality, it's always going to be that, you, after the movement, especially if you alternate between 2 different muscle groups, you're always going to feel like you can do more afterwards, at least. So say I do bench and I really try to rep out 2 plates and I go to 12 and I could barely get the 13 up and re-rack it, just barely. And then I finish bench and I go on to say bicep curls. And after the bicep curls, or even during the bicep curls, I'm like, fuck, I could have gotten a couple more reps on bench. It's always gonna be the case because you already rested. So I feel like that kind of notion of people thinking, oh, I need to leave the gym feeling completely fucking exhausted. Yeah, you'll be tired, you'll be fatigued, but it's not like your muscles not gonna recover. your muscle's gonna recover, but obviously if you go back to the movement, you're not gonna be able to exert as much force as you initially would be able to if you were fresh. So yeah, but anyways, I don't know why that came to mind, but it just came to mind. Is that a clown shoe racing? That's funny. Oh, but put in some gas today, so going you guys live in LA, I'm going down Imperial towards Watts to put in gas. Also, I found this route has the least amount of traffic compared to the other route. I think because the other route has more schools on it. But yeah, I'm gonna go put in some gas, and I'm probably gonna eat some chicken when I get home. Weigh it out and everything. I really have to stick to this tracking macros thing because I really do want to lose weight. Like, I really do. And I know I've been saying that for the longest. I know, I'm basically fucking Jack Fitness, but the opposite. I just can't lose the weight. And that's, for the most part on me. It's not even on anything else. I might have an eating condition or some kind of condition, but I don't know. I don't want to blame it on a thing that might not even be true. So in my mind, it's on me, on the reason why I'm probably not losing weight, because I do not stick with the diet for that long, and I struggle to say no to food. So I will take personal responsibility for that. But hopefully this time, well, actually, I'm gonna make sure this time is gonna be the last time I have to apologize to myself about that. So yeah. But anyways, appreciate you guys watching. Let me know different chest workouts. I usually do with different chest workouts. Say I learn a new one, I throw it into the rotation, and then if I somewhat like it after maybe 2 or 3 different workouts, then I'll keep it within my rotation. But if I don't really mess with it, or I just find it too inconvenient, or I just don't really feel the benefits of it, then I would just drop it. Like, for example, pullovers. I know that a lot of people see progress with pullovers, but for me it just seems like a very convoluted, not really convoluted, very exaggerated movement, for what it's working. Because for one, it just doesn't, I feel like the stimulus I get from that isn't nowhere near as much as if I were to just do incline, So I'd rather just do incline, or do something that will really stretch the muscle, similar like cables, other than because I feel like pullovers, it just seems very unnecessary in my head. I know a lot of people do it. I know a lot of people might see progress with it, but in my opinion, for me, it's probably not the best. And same thing could be said for in the perspective of other people with the closed grip incline, where they might see gaslight. They might see it as unnecessary, or just inefficient. And I completely agree. It's not the most efficient workout, but I will say I do thoroughly enjoy it. So that's why I keep it in my rotation. I enjoy it, and I feel like I do have very good stimulus with it. So I keep it within my rotation. I do it every once in a while. I don't do it every workout. Now the movements I really do mess with, I'll do it every workout. Like, for example, flat bench, incline, and some kind of dumbbell press. Some kind of incline or flat dumbbell press, and cables. But as in terms of very I guess how would you say niche workouts, I won't really do them that consistently. But I would throw them in, pepper them in here and there, just for some added flavor. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Stay safe. you know, take care of yourselves. I hope you guys achieve your goals. You know, I have a couple friends that have been wanting to go to the gym or have been going to the gym and either have achieved their goals or are in the progress of. So, you know, shout out to them. But yeah, peace out, guys.